Hello, my name is Shmuel Khan. I am creating this video for ISM 3011 for USF Summer 2021 term. So I had to create a Tableau assignment. So the first thing I had to do is make a data source. So I added my files from Excel. I first added the orders file. I moved it into the connection. Then I added supplies. I connected the supplies from orders to the supplies from suppliers, and then I connected data, and then I added customer. I connected the customer ID with the customer ID from orders, and then I added product, added the product ID from the product ID in orders. And then you could see at the bottom, you could see that once you connect all the data, you could see this right here. Let me show you. You could see all the data from my company being called Shmoney Savory Sweets. We served candy to people, the young kids, and we served candy in the Florida area. Okay. First slide, first order of business. So the first slide, total sales by city. So as you can see here, you want to know how we created this sheet. So we first added the city to the columns. We add the sum to the rows. We then went to the show me pane. We clicked right here on the recommended bar graph. Okay, so we want to have the labels here. So we have to go to the marks pane. We have to click color, and we have to click label because we want to have color also. You don't want it just to be like boring, I guess. And then you see the labels here, the name of the cities, as you can see here. And then we added the title, which we called it Total Sales by Customer City. And then we had the sheet title called Total Sales by City. So the second slide, we wanted to show the sales in a pie chart for a particular item that we offered at Shmoney Savory Sweets. So this item was called the Shmoney Chocolate Mountain. It was about $19. So we showed the sales from a variety of cities. Now, as you can see here, they're all the same. We created this. We first had to add city, and we had sum here. Then we created pie chart, but we had a problem because we didn't have the total number of sales, and we didn't have the name of the city. So we had to add sum and city again. We had to add the label, but now we had another problem. We didn't have the currency in front of the number. So we had to right click it. We had to click format, and then we had to click currency, and then we maybe see this pie chart. It all came out okay. Third slide. We also named the slide portion sales by customer city. Okay, third slide. We call this total sales by supplier by state. So first thing we do is we add the state and the sum to the marks pane. We add the longitude, the latitude to the rows, and we click the map chart. Now for this in particular, we wanted to see the total number of sales in front of the state. So we added sum here. We clicked on the labels pane, and as you can see here, you can see it's Florida, and we added this sum here. Okay, so the next slide, we did essentially the same thing, except we wanted to show the percentage. So we added the calculation to the marks pane. Now you can see here, let me zoom in a bit on it so you can see it better. Okay, you can see here 100% of all our sales came from the state of Florida. So all our sales from Shmoney Savory Sweets came from the state of Florida. Okay, finally, last order of business, we created a dashboard. The dashboard was actually fairly simple, as you could see on the bottom of the sheet. I mean, every Tableau has a bottom, it has a dashboard. Okay, so first thing, we have the total sales by customer city. We have it in a pie chart. We have the total sales for a particular item total sales by a particular item in a pie chart for the second one. Total sales for all our items in the first chart. We have the total sales by state in the third chart. We have the percentage total sales by state in the fourth chart. So what's the data that we connect here? So one of the things I noticed that was similar between the first and the second was we had the same total number of sales from every city, even when the products were different. That was a connection I made with the data. That was because when I created data, I had the same number of sales for each candy I sold by each city. So that's why the data came out the same. Now another thing I noticed was all our sales came from the state of Florida, which the great state of Florida, we are known for a lot of great things. Off on a tangent, but I really love this state. But that's a side note. Okay, but Yeah, so since I love the state, I made all my sales in the state of Florida, because also that's where my company, Shmoney Savory Sweets, was based in. So as you can see here, we had a total of $4 billion. Wow, that's a lot. 53,749,832. Don't even ask how we made that money. We just did. We just rolled out the dice and we made that money. You gotta know. Our company, Shmoney Savory Sweets, we were rolling in checks. Okay. Finally, now you want let me just see what else I gotta tell you about. Okay, so describe what you learned about Tableau. Okay, so I learned from Tableau. Well, I learned how to make graphs that were pie charts. I learned how to make bar charts. I learned how to make maps. I learned how to connect data, which I didn't know how to do before. I also learned how to move Excel assignments into the Tableau and connect them. I learned how to add labels. I learned how to add currency. I learned how to describe data. I just learned shit. I learned a lot from Tableau. I learned how to make a good presentation. And that concludes my video.